Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Black Mountain Stables. Over here at Patrick's farm, and it's just early enough for us to get started mowing our new hayfield here. Dew has dried off. I'm going to try to get in here and get this field cut down before it gets too far into the late morning, so the grass has plenty of time to dry out before we come in here later this afternoon and rake it up. And then we're going to basically come out here with our forage wagon and collect this hay and put it into our harvest store way back here at the main farm. Patrick is out busy with getting the kids off to school and trying to pick up some general supplies up at the farm shop. I was able to get out here and get this stuff all greased up and serviced, but I think he's got to get some oil, some grease, and a few other incidental filters and such to do some more maintenance on some of the other equipment that we've been running for quite a while and is probably in some need of maintaining. So it's been a while since I think we've done a little bit of a music time-lapse. So how about we just go ahead and dive on into that and see how much of this field we can hammer out over the next, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. Well, guys, I think it has been probably about enough time for that grass to go ahead and dry off. Went ahead and got our windrower here, our rake all ready to go. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get this hay raked up and maybe picked up off the field here before the evening comes. And it looks like actually our oats may be ready to getting finally dried out enough to harvest. Here, let me just check. Does indeed look like they are ready to go. Looks like we're going to be doing ourselves a little bit of a harvest tomorrow. I know those horses could use the oats. Use the straw. Mean that our wheat's ready too. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's check out our grass here. Everything looks nice and dry. At least on the top. What we're going to do is we're going to need to flip this over, get her all windrowed up. Give it another hour or so to dry off a little bit more on the underside, and then we will come out here and start picking it up, putting it in the harvest store, and seeing if we can't maybe get some cow food mixed up. I was just over checking out the silage bunker, and it looks like that stuff is ready to go also. We're going to be able to mix up lots of cow food, which is a good thing because they are running on fumes, if you will. I hope you all enjoyed the drone cam footage earlier today. We picked up a drone actually, and have been messing around with it. Seen other guys on YouTube do farm videos where they used drone footage to do aerial shots during these big dramatic field working scenes, and we thought, well, hey, let's try that too. Hopefully the footage came out well. I think, looking at these windrows, we are going to get a lot of hay off of this field. So I think, looking at these windrows, we are going to get a lot of hay off of this field. My goodness, that is a heap of grass behind us. Fringes here, kind of the old grass. It doesn't yield near as well, but still, it is pretty darn good. I think we got, what, 30-some bales off of this exterior grass when we cut it the last time, and 8 silage bales. Still have a few of those silage bales sitting around over there, actually. And we've got another big happening around the farm. You may notice our bank account has been dropped down a little bit. And that is because we have taken receipt of a new Massey Ferguson telehandler and bucket. We're going to be using the telehandler and bucket to scoop up our silage out of the pit, and quite frankly, it's going to help us out greatly with respect to our manure spreader, because we can just scoop it so much faster with the telehandler bucket. Going to improve our efficiencies there pretty good. I think the only thing we need to still buy is going to be a slurry tanker to spread slurry out here on the fields. Plan is to put manure down now as opposed to fertilizer whenever possible, since we have it available to us. And the slurry we can incorporate in also. Like I said, we're still looking for a deal on a decent slurry spreader. I think I've got a line on one right now. Just trying to come up with a good price. You know how things are. If they know that you're desperate for one, then they're not going to be that willing to work for you on price. So we gotta figure something out here. Might be able to trade them something. I don't know. I've been talking to them, seeing if they're interested in any sort of wilderness trip. Maybe we can do some type of discount on the slurry spreader if we get them a free weekend up in the cabin or something. It's part of the deal. Part of wheeling and dealing is understanding understanding who you're dealing with. So they probably have something you want, and you definitely have something. Well, maybe you maybe have something that they want. Just trying to figure out if that is the case. I'm just going to go ahead and finish raking this up, like I said, and we'll be back probably around 5:30. See if we can't get this stuff collected and into the harvestor silo. Well, it looks like everything is about as dry as we're going to get here. 6:10 in the evening. It's only going to get damp once the sun keeps getting down, so we better go ahead and start to collect our hay up off the fields. Got our new forage wagon here, all ready to go. We're up to our T7. Let's get going with it. Now, I have no idea how much we're going to get off of this field. How many times we're going to have to go around and around, but well, the goal is to get her off the field, obviously. Hey guys, I hope you're liking the series here, Black Mountain Stables. I've said about a week ago, I wasn't sure how much longer we'd be here on the map. I think we'll probably be making out another couple weeks, at 3 episodes a week. Stretching it out because I've got a map in mind for the next series, and we're just going to stretch this out until that map is ready to go. I think we're kind of getting into our groove here. Once we get a regular supply of grass to both make silage and hay for our cows. Now that we've got a good supply of straw for the cows and horses, we also have a decent supply of oats for our horses and wheat for the chickens. We are good to go. We've been helping the local farmers out quite a lot with their crops, doing field work, fertilizing mostly, helping them out with harvesting, and that has helped our bank account quite a lot and helped us buy things. That I think the last really big thing that we're going to need to purchase is, lo and behold, it looks like we are just about full. That not even one full trip around, and at that pace we're going to have 15 loads off of this field. Good grief. Let's come on down here now. The first silo we get to, this is the one we're going to be putting our hay into. Got straw in the other one there. Let's pull on up. Unload. And notice that filament thing blowing in the breeze when we were collecting the grass, or unloading the grass from the horse stables area into the silage bunker. I thought that was kind of interesting. Go ahead and drop her down here and picking up this one and see how far around we get with this trip. When we raked this, I raked 3 headlands around, and then I started just doing up and down passes. Figured that would allow us to make turns and not have to worry about running into the fence there. As far as upcoming videos, I would say we've got a video relating to our oat harvest, and we'll probably do something related to a potato harvest we got coming up. Field right next to our farm, field 4, is loaded with potatoes, and I have a stinking suspicion that the farmer is going to ask us to help cart his potatoes off to market. So we'll probably do a video with that. In the coming weeks. Now, I'm going to be going out of town here soon. I'm going to try to have some videos pre-recorded and everything so that while I'm out of town, we will have regular episodes of Black Mountain Stables. But in the event that I don't get that done, then we will probably have a small gap in video days. That's going to be out of town like March 12th through the end of that week. So I can't recall when this video is going to air. Got a feeling it's going to air the Friday before that week is. But if my math is wrong, it might actually air the Monday of that week. Not super confident on when that's going to be. See those filaments show up when you unload this trailer. It's really interesting. Anybody else use this trailer and seen that? It's quite interesting. So that's 84,000 liters of hay already. That is crazy amount of hay. Let's go ahead and pick up this windrow. We'll flip around and pick up the other windrow that we have just a little bit of, and we'll get back to making our passes. So I'm excited to do our oat harvest because we finally have a gravity wagon. And it was pretty interesting. We did a harvest here, and I made a comment about, man, it would be really nice if we had a decent gravity wagon. And later that week, well, I think before the video even aired, later that week, a gravity wagon shows up in the mods, one of the mod sites, and I was like, hot dog, look at that. We are testing that one out, and of course it tested out perfectly fine, works great. So we're going to be adding that to our fleet also. Probably going to get rid of our baler. Don't really have much need for it anymore because we're all just going to deal with loose material. Loose straw for our horses. We can deal with loose straw for our cows. Obviously loose hay for the horses will be fine. Well, we'll leave the round baler over there for our horse hay. But loose hay into the harvestor would be just fine for the cows. Silage will be in the bunker, and we'll just scoop it out. and obviously the straw will obviously be in the other harvestor silo also. I'm just going to go ahead and finish picking this stuff up. I know we're going to be a little bit short of an episode. We don't need to run this and delay this out and just keep rambling on like a rambling man, so to speak. But yeah, please leave some comments as to what you're thinking of the Black Mountain Stable series. If there's any ideas you might have, anything you want to explore or want to suggest that I explore, please go ahead and put it into the comments. And until next time, happy farming.